What is going on, boys and girls? This is Ollie from Moto2B Cars. This is another episode. Fucking working on more cars. You've been fucking at it again. I thought I'd make an episode of how to remove an inner tie rod. So it's quite a common thing that goes on cars, and to be honest, everyone should really have the knowledge of doing this. It's so easy. But yeah, I've already kind of stripped it all down and half put it back together to make it understandable through the video, but I'll walk you guys through the unstripped side and the stripped side, and you'll get to see. Yeah, so thank you for watching and enjoy the episode. So we're working on a C-Class coupe today, which is actually quite easy to work on. All your inner tie rod is this part here, the cover tie back inner tie rod boot cover. You'll also need to remove outer tie rod or track rod end, or whatever you want to be calling that. All that happens, all you do there is gun that off. If that spins together, then there's a 10mm at the top there. On some you'll have like a T30 coming in from the top, all sorts of different fittings, but you just need to lock that shaft and spin the nut off. If this starts spinning as well, if you apply pressure like with this strip down, you put a jack underneath there to keep that pressed into that center won't spin. So that's also a top tip. So you have to gun that off, loosen that nut off. It can be 2119 or anything on any other car. And once you get that loosened off, you spin that off. You count how many turns you've made. So I've made 21 turns on this side. And then you remove this little clip. On this car you've got this cover, usually you don't. Usually you have the subframe covering us. It's quite hard to get into anyway. So you just knock that clip off. That's I always fit new clips for these anyway. It's one of those types of clips. And then that grippy clip just pops off there. The nut comes off as well, and then that will obviously you'll spin this off first, and then you remove your nut, which are marked up on there as well, just to keep a little memory of where exactly the nut went up to, so the tracking's not massively out. But now I put it back together, so it's quite easy to track up for me. But I'm going to take this off now, right? Well, usually you can use these, I don't know what you actually call these, whale grips maybe? But I've got the big systems as well. You can use them, whatever you want, grip on there, clack that off. That does not come off that easy, obviously. I loosened that off before I did, but not that strong. And that is all the inner tie rod is, boys and girls. So you will loosen that out the steering rack, and that's where our plate was on here. I used to have a knock when turning, that was inside that joint. So we're going to spin this out, and as we can see, it's the right one side by side by replacement. The nut's a bit different, so I would really use the OEM nut. As you can see, it's the same threads, but the nut differences are quite different, so that will have an effect on your tracking distance. That pushes it out quite far, whereas that doesn't. It's like half the size of that, really. But yeah, thank you for watching, boys and girls. It was just a very quick video on how to replace your inner tie rod. I mean, I'll record it while I put it together, actually. Yeah, I'll record it while I put it together, so the video is not like 2 seconds long. But it's quite simple. This is like this on most cars. That's all it consists of. So this should work on all applications. But yeah, let's build it back up. Right, so you screwed it on. You slide that boot cover over it. Right, you tighten that. Right. You put that clip on. You put that clip on. You screw that nut on to the same size threads as the old one. You've got to measure that on the old one, remember? Then you screw that on. That went on 21 turns. Gunned it up there, pushed that up. As I gunned it up, made sure that is nipped now. And on this car in particular, obviously usually you don't really have these covers, but on this car there is a cover that just kind of goes over that right there and clips on like so. That little click, that's all you want to hear. On the tray goes back on the C-Class, and we're all ready to rock. Ready to rock the track. See you in the next one.